We have a lot to talk about in this week's episode of the Flag to Flag podcast. Ciao, everybody. My name is John, aka the Motorsport Enthusiast, and we, as always, my co-host, the lovely, the one and only Mr. Chad Barker, will not give his nickname away. That is just for me, Lindsay, and Jesse. Chad, how are you today on this lovely Wednesday evening that we're recording this? Also, go Vols.
Yes, go Vols. It is officially Alabama Hate Week. Sorry, Lindsay. John's not sorry, though. Yeah.
Never am.
Years ago today, actually, was the first time that Tennessee beat Alabama with a field goal. I remember sitting in a truck, listening to that on the radio, which was really cool. But, okay. John, how old are you now, John?
26.
26, okay. Have you had any crap I'm getting old moments yet?
So, honestly, no.
Okay.
Well, no. I take that back. The first one happened actually last week. And it was nothing big, but I was like, what? I was at the gym and I was trying to use a bench, and there was these two kids, probably like 10, 12 years old, right? Next to me, and I couldn't tell what benches they were on. So I was like, hey guys, are y'all using this one? And they both say, no, sir. And I was like, I can't tell if you're being polite or if you think I'm old as shit. So
yeah.
That was my first one, but I'm a firm believer in, like, I think it's just a number. If you're physically active, if you keep your body moving, you're going to be moving. My great aunt lived to be 5 or 6 years old.
Oh, wow.
And played pickleball till she was 92. So
wow,
like
that is insane. I kind of had one. I'm only 22, but I kind of had one
how?
A few days ago. So I'm a really big Lego fan, as John knows. I think actually your Ayrton Senna Lego set, which is down there. All right, I see it. That was my Christmas gift to you last year. Yeah. Lego released their October wave at the start of this month, and I finally got around to looking at the sets about sometime in the last 2 weeks, and I was looking through them, and they have a new Lightning McQueen coming out.
Sick.
I'm like, oh my God, this is great. Like, that's the movie that got me into racing. But a part of me was also confused, because I'm like, why are they bringing out like a Lightning McQueen one? And then I look at the box art and it says 20-year anniversary. And I'm like, oh my God, like next year's 2026. It came out June of 2006. I was 3 years old when that movie came out.
That makes me feel old. Let me tell you, that is, I think, one thing where pop culture, movies, TV shows, songs will make you feel old. You ever go through TikTok and you see those videos? I don't know if you've seen them before, but it's like these 10 songs are turning 11 years old or 15 years old today.
Seen those, yeah.
And I've seen some from 2010, and I'm like, this is still might be in my rotation. Like it's what's going on?
It's weird to think that like 2016 was 10 years ago.
I was, my God, I was going into my senior year of high school 10 years ago. That is gross.
I was, wait. Your senior year of high school?
I was going into my senior year, 2016, graduated 2017. Would be 10 years ago next August.
Yeah. I started middle school. I started 7th grade in 2016. I'm glad it's 2022.
You young buck? In high school? No, we'd be...
I'm class of 2022.
Oh my God, you would be.
Because I took a gap year, and now I'm in my last year here at UNOH.
I forgot the gap. I was like, wait a second, you'd be 21. I was doing the math. But yeah, so we're all getting old. Okay, it's unfortunate. Yeah, cars turning 20 is a big one. The big 2-0, because now you're getting like 25th year anniversary, 30 years. Like,
I don't even want to think about like 30 year or anything like that, dude.
No, not at all. But
that's insane. But anyway, let's get into the show. You know, we had our little nostalgia moment. But John, how are you doing? I forgot to ask. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It is Alabama Hate Week. Got the Vols cup. Got the Vols hat. We got the cards up here. We got change your hat. Change your hat. That's right. That's right. You shouldn't have been on this podcast without a Vols hat. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's go. GBO. We're about to
hat on. Wow,
run into
really tight
Tuscaloosa. About to run into Tuscaloosa and just give them hell.
Yep.
But don't say hell yeah. The moms will be upset.
Yeah, that's another. I completely forgot to say that. Like, we will get to that when we get to NASCAR.
We will talk about that in NASCAR section.
NASCAR is really starting to heat up, both on and off the track, and it is exciting. But before we get into IndyCar like we usually do, John, what happened in IMSA this weekend?
Yeah, so we had the Petit Le Mans, Motul Petit Le Mans. It is one of the most prestigious sports car races here. in the United States besides probably Sebring and the Rolex, and we had Porsche doing what Porsche did. I think I might be wrong. I think they said Roger Penske won his like 24th title or like 47th title. It was something. It was a stupid number.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, bro, what are you? How, you're just goated at this point. But then you had AO Racing winning the LMP2 category with Spike. Love that. I'm a huge fan of them. Actually got the Roxy right behind me. You can't see it, but like right there behind my head.
Oh yeah,
Roxy,
I see it.
right
Yeah.
there. Got the Porsche, but they won with Spike. Really cool to see. Saw a lot. You got Roman Grosjean back racing there. He's really good with Lamborghini. And it was a great race. I mean, a lot of action, very, very big wreck on the very first lap. Took one of the drivers to the hospital. It was a head-on incident.
Oh wow.
Pretty scary there. A tire went over the barrier. It was everything you wanted in a sports car race, so that was fun. But yeah, that was really all that happened from a sports car perspective. But yeah, I think let's just go right into IndyCar because we have off-season news with 3 very big names in IndyCar, starting with Reinus VeeKay. What's going on with Mr. VeeKay?
So Reinus VeeKay signed of Juncos Hollinger Racing for the 2026 season. Now, I think this is a good move for Juncos Hollinger.
I said for sure.
Oh yeah, sorry. And absolutely, I think that they are still growing as a team. They're the newest team, well, besides Prema. They're the second newest team on the grid. They are still growing. They have a really good development program in Indy Next. However, they are still a good ways away from being at the front of the field. And someone like Reinus VeeKay, who has been with teams that run at the front of the field, 100%, I think, can really help them make those strides to go forward. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. He's a good character. He's got a really good racing head on him. He has, I think, enough experience to be able to somewhat lead this team. And so, we just had a freeze up, but we'll be good. No, we just had a freeze up. We're going to leave it in. No, we're going to edit that because I don't know where I chop. This is where we're going to go in and edit it. So this is not going to be live. So I'll just tail off at what the question you asked. No, I think he's a good pickup. I love what kind of racer he's become. He has the experience, I think, to lead a team. I love his personality. He's a good dude. Excited to see what he's able to do with Juncos Hollinger Racing for the season. And it's one of the many shakeups that we've had. Just the latest one on the calendar. But another name, which I saw this post and did it freeze again? Did it freeze again? Where'd it freeze at? What was the last thing I said?
You were like right at the end of your thing with Reinus VeeKay.
That's fine.
All right.
Another thing going on in Formula One, Another thing that's going on in IndyCar that I saw a post that had these two cars side by side. It made me emotional. Was Mick Schumacher behind the wheel of an open wheel car at Indianapolis, and it had his car next to his dad's. And tell people what's going on with Mick Schumacher and IndyCar. What's going on?
So Mick Schumacher, former Formula One driver. I don't even know if it's even right to call him a former Formula One driver. He didn't really get a chance to get his really a good foothold, but drove with or worked with raced for Haas, worked with Mercedes as a reserve driver for a little while. Has been doing a bit of sports car racing with WEC. And it was announced earlier this month, or about late last month, that Mick Schumacher was going to do a test at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. And now that has taken place. It took place a few days ago. Mick Schumacher said that IndyCar might be a good option for him. However, he did say his goal is to get back to the Formula One grid, which I don't blame him. But like John said, it was really good to see a Schumacher in an open wheel car. Always exciting. Could we see Mick Schumacher race an IndyCar, John?
I think he'd tear it up because he had a really good season. I think a decent season with Alpine and in WEC this past start, I guess in 24. And I think he has what it takes. I think you are going to, and hopefully if we see him behind the wheel, maybe the 2026 season. We don't know. There's obviously some seats available. I would love to see a Schumacher back at a top premier level in a seat, just from the nostalgia, just from what he's been able to do with just the name, carrying the legacy, especially like paint this picture. Imagine if he comes out, let's say he comes out the gate swinging, he gets signed by an IndyCar team. He comes to Indianapolis and has any ounce of success at Indianapolis. Seeing him, imagine if he could get the pole like Schwartzman did, because this opens the door. Like anybody can get the pole in Indianapolis now. I think you have that door there. If you had Schumacher get the pole at a track that his dad dominated on. Oh my, I mean, obviously not the road course, but, or maybe even the road course if they, right? But like, that would be epic. That's just such a cool feel-good moment. I would love to see him back behind the wheel. I think he'd be a good fit. I think he brings a lot of technical experience from open wheel and from endurance that I think they could do a lot with a team, I guess, whoever it may be. We don't know who's going to pick him up if they actually do pick him up. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I agree 100%, especially when it comes to that technical mindset. You know, he's been in Formula One, you know, extremely technical sport, extremely, I can't think of another word, but it's an extremely technical version of the sport. And he has that, and he has the endurance side as well. You know, like you said, racing in WEC with Alpine. So there's not a doubt in my mind that if he hops into IndyCar, he will do really well. However, I do believe, just like in Formula One, it will determine with the equipment he gets into. If he gets with RLL, I think that'd be fantastic for him.
Yeah, we have to see. I mean,
yeah,
he said it was a good option. So let's now make a shift to kind of merging the two, talking about willpower, talking about Indianapolis again, and what's coming up this weekend. So what is Will Power doing after he said goodbye to Penske? Or I guess Penske said goodbye to him.
So Will Power will make his sports car debut this weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway at the Indianapolis 8 Hours. Once again, that is this weekend. Personally, I'm excited to see how he does. This is obviously a track he knows, obviously a track he's done well at, both on the oval and on the road course. So it is interesting to see. However, this isn't an IndyCar. So I am interested to see how he does, but I think he will do extraordinarily well.
I do too. I think it'll be a great weekend. And so the race day is the 18th, and it looks like action will start, I believe, at 12:20 p.m. is the Intercontinental GT Challenge. So this is a part of that whole series. You're going to have GT4 America, GR Cup. GR Cup's crazy stuff. You're going to have, I think, GT America as well. You have the McLaren Trophy America. A lot of great series. And I wish I remembered that this was going on. Obviously, Tennessee, Alabama is above this. But a weekend like this, if you're into sports car, go check it out. If you're in the Indianapolis area, go check it out. Because you're going to see amazing racing. Loved when GT America came and ran on the Music City GP weekend.
Oh my God, yes, that was so fun.
So that'll be a fun one. So it's powered by, it's the GT Challenge, powered by Pirelli Sports Car Championship there in conjunction with the North American Series and GT World Challenge America. So a lot of fun stuff there. But let's see what else is on our slate. Nothing else for IndyCar.
Yeah, real quick, two quick things before we move on to Formula One. One, massive congratulations is in order for mine and John's dear friend Taylor Kitchen.
Yes,
she
finally
got engaged last night.
Finally.
We are so unbelievably happy for her. From what I heard, it was a little bit of a long time coming, but
I think they'd been together for like 7 years, which is the same as like Sophia and I. So like very similar timelines, and I know a lot of people that had that same timeline, and it just worked out. So no, I was so stoked. I saw it, and I was like, thank you, Lord. Like, I've been waiting for the day, because I just hear stories about them, and they're just awesome. They're a cute couple. Yeah. Gotta love it. And I'm like, just do it. And I know the pressure. Of it, so I get it.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the most stressful things, especially when you tell people and they don't keep a secret. I'm speaking to somebody very specific. My good friend Owen. Owen almost spilled the beans.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Owen actually did spill the beans.
I could see Owen doing that.
Owen spilled the beans to Sophia's friends when he was not sober. So, Owen, you're probably not going to watch this. It's fine. So I'll just continue shitting on you. No, I'm kidding. But no, congratulations to Taylor. Love the love. It's awesome. Excited for them. So curious to see where they're going to go in the future. So
absolutely, unbelievably happy for them.
Love it.
Another thing that I thought was really interesting, and I wish they would have done this. So a few weeks ago in Bristol for the Truck Series race, John, you were cheering for one truck, I believe you were cheering for in that race, the truck that had the same colors as the hats we are wearing right now.
Oh yeah.
Rackley wore of Dawson Sutton in the Tennessee Volunteer scheme. John, where is NASCAR at this weekend?
They're at Talladega
in
Alabama. Wait a second.
Wouldn't it be insane? I don't think they are, but I saw a post about it today from Dawson Sutton. Wouldn't that be insane? Have the Tennessee scheme at Alabama. In Alabama at Talladega.
So you remember what happened when Jeff Gordon won at Talladega when his car got pelted by cans?
Yes. That's the reason. That's the reason.
That same thing would happen if they ever see that Tennessee orange on that track.
Oh my God!
That track that would never make it out of the state. That thing would be stripped. It'd be torn down. You'd have the Alabama team just bull rush it off the track. It would never make it. It would never make it. You want to see.
That would be an insane one. But I just wanted to sprinkle that in there. But look, let's get into Formula One now. The constructors' battle is over with McLaren winning. John shaking his head. Pretty sure he's got some opinions about it.
I know. I mean, I gotta be fair. If I gotta shit on everybody. If I give flack to one team, I have to give it to everybody, right? Because we're being fair here. Being fair. Go ahead. So I'm trying to see if there's any Alabama schemes this weekend.
John is looking for someone to openly root against.
Now, would it be going back to this? How backwards would it be if he ran an Alabama scheme this weekend? I'd be like, bro, you got to pick a side. You can't pick Tennessee and Alabama.
Because Rackley Roofing is the official roofing sponsor of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yeah, so it would never work.
That's conflict of interest.
Yeah, that would never work. Sorry, go ahead.
So, championship drivers eligible, though. Piastri and Norris, Verstappen, Russell, and Leclerc. So, two McLarens, a Red Bull, a Mercedes, and a Ferrari. As also came out earlier today that both Kimi Antonelli and George Russell will race for Mercedes in 2026. I think we all saw this coming. I think they obviously like George Russell, and I think they're liking Kimi Antonelli and the performance he's putting on as well.
Good for a team to keep a rookie driver after a full season.
Exactly.
Mercedes, thank you for showing us the way. Like Red Bull, come on.
Red Bull doesn't care about contracts.
Yeah.
Speaking of Red Bull and contracts, so obviously we're getting into the later part of the year, which means we're starting to figure out whose contracts aren't going to be renewed next year, whose contracts are going to be renewed next year, and everything. And this goes just beyond the driver's seat. Obviously, there have been rumors and speculation about Verstappen going to Mercedes.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah. However, I saw something the other day that I think would be insane. So, I don't know why we didn't report on this, but Christian Horner got the boot from Red Bull, and apparently, this is all rumors, apparently he is in talks with the Scarlet Ferraris.
Yes, I saw that, and I'm not going to report on it because that is so far-fetched. I don't see it. The only way I see it.
Do you know what else was far-fetched?
Him getting the boot. Well,
him getting the boot and Lewis Hamilton leaving Mercedes. People thought he was going to retire with Mercedes.
True. So here's my thought on that. I don't think Christian Horner will be at Ferrari. I don't see it. There's also been rumors about Leclerc not being happy with Ferrari, with not being happy with Fred. Could he go to a McLaren? I will support Leclerc wherever he goes. I don't care the team.
I'm very interested. Silly season for Formula One this offseason.
It's about to be dumb. It's about to be stupid. It's about to be stupid. New regs, new teams, new-ish drivers coming back. I guess one coming back with Checo.
Yes.
New team, new everything. It's going to be crazy. And also, we have the F1 TV right deal that is all but almost secured. The whole ESPN's not going to re-up. They're talking with Apple.
So how are Apple TV?
From what I've heard, Apple TV, and it's all rumored, is the front runner to get the deal right, the media rights, which means we have to buy another damn service, which I will have to buy as the motorsport enthusiast. If I don't do that, I am not an enthusiast. I am just a fan. Or actually, I'm not even a fan. No, I'm kidding. I will buy it, though, because I want to keep up with the races. But the question is, are we going to keep F1 TV? Because F1 TV is a little bit different. I think we would. But, again, we don't know. It's speculated, heavily speculated, that Apple has secured it, and they will be going off of that for the 2026 season.
That is insane. But speaking of McLaren, let's also look at McLaren may have won the 2025 Constructors Championship. However, things are not all and well at the facility. It we have some tension between drivers. We have tension between crew members and drivers. Would ask, is this going to affect performance? They won the constructors title.
Yeah, but they've had cars wrecked the last 2 races. Like, binned. Like, something's happening. Like, McLaren is somewhat imploding, at least on one side. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I would love for them secretly, because I hate the team mortar stuff. I hate it, especially in this situation.
I hate that stuff. I hate that stuff.
I get it to a point to win the constructors.
You are a racing driver. Race.
After constructors, let them do it, but apparently they said they're not going to change anything. I would love it, and I would love nothing more than Verstappen to come in, sweep up the championship while McLaren plays their little do-si-do over here. There's a little dance reference because we're going to Austin. But, like, I would love for them to freaking play this game and then lose it to Verstappen. Like, just let them race. Just let them do what they're going to do.
Which brings us to our next topic, Verstappen comeback.
Yeah,
yes, Russell and Leclerc are mathematically eligible for the championship. However, Verstappen is showing pace in the later half of the season. So imagine that comeback.
You want to know? You want to know the gaps? I already did the math.
I would love to know the gaps.
So over the next over the next 6 races and 3 sprint weekends, Lando Norris needs to gain on average 4 points a race, more than Piastri, to win the championship. Max Verstappen has to gain on average 11 points per race on Piastri to be able to win the championship. There are 3 sprints. So if you mathematically do this
weekend a sprint?
Yes, it's a sprint.
Oh, nice.
So you have to average 1 to 2 positions better in every race, really 2 positions to be safe. Every sprint race, every Grand Prix, Max Verstappen has to finish probably 2 positions better than Oscar Piastri. Is that possible? I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God. And then it happened again. Oh my God. Like, it's there. So I'm going to put something into perspective, because when I heard this, I was like, wow. If McLaren has one more bad weekend where neither of their cars finish in the top 10, and let's say Verstappen maxes out with points, the current gap is 63 points. The max he could get this weekend in Austin is 33. He'd cut it down by 33 points, which means he's cut it over half.
Dude.
Like, I don't want it to happen, because, like, I'm like, oh, Max. But, like, I'm like, oh, Max. Like, come on. Like, there's so many emotions.
Good racing.
I would love nothing more than to see Lando, Oscar, and Max be, like, tied going to the last race of the season, and then you just have an absolute brawl. It's all over again.
All over again.
It's just a brawl, with a different team. Brawl with a different team. Well, I guess, it would be Mercedes, the other M team. So it is mathematically possible. Like, it is not far-fetched. Now,
insane.
It is. And here's the other thing. Like, even if, well, no, because I highly doubt that Verstappen's going to underperform. I think he's going to perform. He's not my pick for this weekend, but I think he's going to perform. I think it is a little bit worrisome if McLaren has another bad weekend with the driver who's leading the championship, because also you have to think about this. Max is only, Lando is 23 points behind Oscar, which means that there's a 40-point delta between Lando and Max. Like, you have to think about that too. Yeah. Like, it's not just Piastri. If Lando has a bad weekend, this gap could be closed down by 7 points by the end of the weekend. So a lot is up for grabs right now, and it's going to be nuts.
But with all that being said, let's give our picks for this weekend's race at Circuit of the Americas. We're going for the main race here, not the sprint race. I have my pick. John, do you have your pick? All right. I don't know about the entire podium, because after last weekend, it's all skewed up.
Who knows?
After the past few weeks. But, however, I want to ride this wave.
Oh, you're going to do it. You're doing it. Okay.
And I'm going to do it. Give me Max Verstappen to win the United States Grand Prix in 2025.
Yeah, I mean, he's won 3 out of the last 4. Yeah, because he won 21, 22, 23. Leclerc won it in turn 1 and 24. So I'm just doing this because I want this driver to win. I'm going Piastri. Like, wow, he's had a rough 2 weeks or 2 race weekends. I said this last time. I don't think it'll happen again, but it did. I don't think it'll happen again. I'm going with Piastri I think he could win the sprint and he could win the Grand Prix. I'm going Piastri. But Verstappen's experience, racecraft, knowledge of the track, he's a multi-time winner. It's hard to bet against him with the momentum that he's got. Obviously, he didn't win in Singapore. Singapore. Also, Russell won. Shout out to George Russell.
Yes.
for the one win there. Well, not one win, but like for the crazy comeback there. I mean, that track owed him a lot, but
yeah.
I'm going Piastri. You're going Verstappen.
Sounds good. All right. Now let's get into our local racing report. We are headed to Natural Bridge, Virginia, to Natural Bridge Speedway. We have the late models, 602 late models, pure stocks, and the Virginia Sprint Series. Here are your top 3 from each. For your late model division, it was the Tommy Bear Memorial. Started 6th, came home 3rd, the number 00, Tyler Bear. Started 2nd, came home 2nd, number 22, Russell Irwin. And your late model feature winner started on pole, finished on pole, in the number 17, Logan Robertson. Now for the 602 late models. Started 5th, came home 3rd, the number 4, Bryce Smith. Started 10th, came home 2nd, the number 99, Dale Durham. And started 2nd, came home 1st, the number 25, Bryce Vare. Now for our pure stocks. Started 2nd, came home 3rd, the number 11, Robert Tyree. Started 5th, came home 2nd, the number 08, Jacob McCormick. And started 1st, came home with the pure stock feature win in the number 17, Andy Lanaberg. Now for our Virginia Sprint Series. Started 6th, came home 3rd in the number 81, Aaron Leach. Started 4th, came home 2nd, the number 44, Darren Bullock. Started on 1st, finished 1st in the number JA, Jared Harris. If you would like your local short track shouted out on the Flag to Flag podcast, email flagtoflag10@gmail.com or hit us up on any of our social media channels. Listen out for those at the end of the episode. Make sure you go out to your local short track this weekend and bring a friend. This week's Flag to Flag at the track will be the 2025 NASCAR Youth Series Pavement National Championship in Topeka, Kansas. I fly out tomorrow. We're going to have heats and lower mains Friday, and then Saturday we will be crowning our national champions in 2020. We have some insanely tight points battles that I'm really excited for. Make sure you check out the Flag to Flag Instagram page. Listen out for that handle at the end of the episode. But yeah, and I've got another big exciting race coming up next weekend as well, but we'll wait for that one. All right, let's get into NASCAR. John is very not happy. It was mixed feelings about it. John was so mad in our little group chat that he actually pissed me off a little bit, but that's I read the text wrong. All right.
I was only referring to Cup drivers.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
only Cup. Goodness
But
gracious.
John is very unhappy with Mr. Byron. Well, you're more unhappy with.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
It takes. Just
Yeah.
wave out the window.
Yeah,
Let the guy know you're coming. Bro. And what happened, Chad? What happened because of it? What tweet came out a couple hours ago? Because
So, 4 hours ago on Twitter, Joe White. Okay, so real quick, for those who don't know what happened, John, tell them what happened real quick. Because I know
yeah.
hilarious.
Long story short, Ty Dillon was trying to get killed. No, Ty Dillon was trying to come to pit road on his normal line, making a wide arc, coming back up the track. Okay. When William Byron, who was in second place, just obliterated him out of nowhere. Because guess what? He didn't know he was pitting. So you're like, oh, didn't the spotter say something? Well, apparently there was no communication between Byron's spotter and Dillon's spotter, from what we've heard. There was also no, hey, buddy, I'm pitting. Hey, pal, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. 9 times. I don't remember the last time I've seen this. It's probably been a long time. Because it doesn't happen. Because as a race car driver, you are supposed to let the person know who's coming at you 50, 60, 70 miles an hour faster than you that you are going into pit road. You have to. Sometimes it's more. Sometimes it's 100 miles an hour. Dillon could have been hurt. Byron could have been hurt. Basically, long story short, Byron was on the low line. So was Dillon. Byron was closing at him at an immense rate of speed and just lost the back end of the car because he was trying to stop and he couldn't and killed his race. And that's what happened. And so both the cars out of the race. I could not believe what I saw. I still can't believe what happened.
Yeah. I was shocked when I saw it.
Because you just don't see it.
Yeah.
You don't see it. It reminds me of the LePage incident at Talladega where he just came up the track out of one off the blend. It's the same thing. How do you not? The field is coming at you at like 80 miles an hour faster. Well, probably not 80, or like 60 or 40, whatever it was. Like you got to do a better job. You got to do a better job. You're in these 3,500-pound missiles.
So,
anyways, I'm off my soapbox.
All that happened. Then today at 2:23 p.m. Eastern Time, today being October 15th, 25, Joe White, the spotter for the number 10 car at Colleague Racing for Ty Dillon, got on Twitter and said, quote, got to Talladega, parked the bus, his motorhome, got fired, in an Uber to the airport to go home for the weekend.
So I think there is multiple parties to blame for this.
Yes.
It's not just the spotter, and it's not just Ty Dillon. Because what I thought I heard that somebody said that there was like communication, or thought there was, or there was not communication. Like, I don't know. There was some miscommunication for sure between the 24 spotter and the 10. Like, there was nothing there.
The comments under this post, however, a little while later, about 30-ish minutes later, Joe White responded to his own comment saying, also, to be clear, it was already determined that I would not be spotting for Ty next year, but that I would still be with Colleague in some fashion, but not now. So it's no longer the case. The comments under this,
I'm curious.
I can't read some of these.
You can paraphrase. You can paraphrase and say it PG.
But I just seen a video where Chris Rice said it wasn't the 10's fault for the wreck.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So, Chris Wright?
Rice.
Chris Rice. Who's Chris Rice?
I don't know. Let's see here. This is Stu Petiso. I'm going to have to paraphrase this one. Scumbags waited for you to drive your bus and then fired you at Colleague Racing. Y'all are not nice.
That is kind of messed up. To like have him drive to Dega and then just get it, like, that's kind of rough there.
Some people are just like, why'd you get fired? Which is kind of funny. That's pretty awful management. Sorry to hear, brother. On to better things. My prayers.
I do agree. Like, that's not a way you treat an employee. Like, and I don't think he should have gotten fired because
I
ultimately,
don't know. I mean, if he was, I think they were already trying to. I think they were ultimately trying to get him like off the team, saying that he wasn't going to be on the 10 car next year. But yeah. That is insane. Always interesting when that stuff happens. But another thing that I do want to talk about real quick before we kind of get into our main stuff we want to talk about, there has been a lot of talk and a lot of rumors about the 2026 NASCAR point system. John, what do you think would be a good solution? Should we go to a 36 race playoffs? Or should we go to a 36 race accumulative points? Should we go to what it was in the early 2000s? 26 races, then the top 10 points reset and those guys race out? Should we have the same playoff system, however, make it 12 rounds and have the final four race 3 races?
So I'm going to use this weekend's example as a reason why I don't like the championship.
Okay.
Put any driver into William Byron's situation. Let's say they won the regular season chip, right? This one race could dictate everything. And that's what I'm not a fan of, because it removes the merit of every previous action, right? It all comes down to essentially luck in some instances.
Yeah.
I like a full point system. I like the chase format. Give us a 26 regular season, 10 race playoff on the back end for total points. It's easier to understand. It's easier to understand for the casual fan.
Yeah.
Because let's think about this. The playoffs are confusing as hell to somebody who doesn't watch the playoffs. The amount of times I've had to explain this to family members, they're like, how does this work again? And I'm like, you have 16 drivers, 4 rounds, 3 races in each round. And just go through that, right?
Yeah.
Somebody just got pulled over. Ooh, man.
Oh,
probably speeding down the road. I want a full point series. I want a total
points. They didn't
points.
take their medication. Anyway,
I want a full point system, and I think it rewards the teams who can be the most consistent, which is what we see in every other form, mostly, of racing.
Yeah.
Everything. Because again, let's be real, it comes down to one race at the end, and it's based off a position. Theoretically, you could have the champion finish third, and every other driver finish 36, 37, 38 at the DNF.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, again, I understand that you have a point where you could have a champion a couple races before the end of the season, Whoop-de-doo. Okay?
I think Denny Hamlin said it best when he said, all right, when we have seasons like that, let's celebrate those guys.
Like, why is this is one that I want to clip. Why does the sacrifice of entertainment reduce the credibility of merit in these playoffs? If we have a champion with 3 races to go, let's celebrate that. That is the story.
Yeah.
Because then you get into talks about, wow, this is one of the first drivers to win it with 4 to go. Imagine that.
Yeah.
But
that does open up a lot of doors.
It reduces the merit is the big thing with having this format, because the regular season, like William Byron, out of the window.
I have a possible solution that I think would make this fantastic. John.
Okay.
Go to the Flag to Flag Google account and go to the Google Drive and look at shared with you. I have something that I think will be amazing. And if you can, share your screen, because it doesn't work on my computer. Share your screen once you get to it. Go to sheet 10.
In the podcast doc?
No, not the podcast doc. Go to the Google Drive on the podcast account.
Okay.
And go to shared with me.
Okay.
And there should be something in there called fun with numbers.
Okay, I see it.
Now go to sheet. Now hold on. Before you click on it, I want you to share your screen.
Okay, hold on.
And then I want you to click on it, because I want to see your reaction while I explain this.
Okay, let me know if you can see this.
Okay, yeah. So I can. All right.
Sheet 10.
Now go to sheet 10. And I'm going to see. All right. Let's see if you can figure it out.
Is this just a 4-race playoff every single 4 races?
We start with 40 drivers. Every 4 to 3 races, we eliminate 4 drivers until we get to the final 4 in Homestead. All season long.
Oh, it's just a season-long elimination. So you could be out by the 5th race of the season.
Yeah.
That is epic. Is there a win and you're in, or is it total points?
Yeah, no, it's the exact same thing as what we currently have.
Wait. So if you win in let's say you win a Daytona 500, are you locked in all the way till what?
You're locked in to the next round.
Oh, God. Why? That actually could be horrendously hilarious.
Dude.
Holy crap.
Imagine. So I try and do it every year, but I didn't do it this year, mainly because I knew I wasn't going to have time. But as this doc is called, it's called Fun with Numbers, because here's the thing about me. I'm a nerd, okay? I like numbers. I like stuff like that. Like, it's really cool. So something I've done in years past is I have taken every NASCAR race and awarded points based off the Formula One point scale or the IndyCar point scale, just to have fun and see how much different the championship would be. I'm going to be doing this next year.
Oh, I think you should do it this year. I think we should go back and see who qualifies for the championship. That should be its own episode. That should be its own. That's our own episode of the podcast, is that we're just going through this. It's just going to be a long 4 piece of content. Because look at this craziness. 36 drivers. Holy cow.
And only 4 races to guarantee you're in the... And then,
so wait, do the points reset every round?
Yep.
Oh, no.
It is the playoff format, but the entire season.
So 4 races.
If you're watching on Apple Podcast right now, or if you're watching on Spotify, or if you're listening on Spotify, go to YouTube.
Be able to watch it. They should be able to watch it if it's a video episode.
Yes. If you're on Spotify, you should be able to watch it, but also go to YouTube and look at what we are looking at.
That is craziness. I love it, but oh my God, that would be so stupid. Like, stupid in a way where it'd be, I think, hilarious to see what would happen. We need to go back and see what this would look like in real life. Because I can guarantee you, right here, you would get some really crazy. I mean, you would have.
I can do it. I'll do it this week. See what
that's insane. That is amazing. I thank you for that. That is a great piece
I thought you were going to hate it. You actually kind of like it.
No, I think it's hilarious. I love it because, like, might as well just toss anything into a hat now. Hell.
Honestly.
If you win race number 1, let's just say you win the championship. How about that? It's the biggest race of the year. It's their Super Bowl. How about that?
It is.
Make it a 1-race season. It's a Super Bowl.
No. Forget Homestead. The final 4 days. No, screw that. Talladega.
You're asking for cars to fly out of the damn racetrack. People would be so unhinged. Okay.
I'm sorry. Let's get into our main stuff here. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun here.
That's fun.
Let's get into our main stuff. Big things. Byron and Blaney on the bubble.
The two probably best and most consistent drivers this season on the bubble.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Another reason I don't like the playoffs.
It is.
Anyways, but Hamlin got the dub, and he's locked in. I'm here for it. We gave him our picks.
I said it at the start of the playoffs. I said it at the start of the year. Give me the 11.
I think we both I don't think I said it at the beginning of the year, but I know we said we did our playoffs. I think we said the 11 was going to win.
Give me dude.
It
imagine,
feels too right.
Huh?
It feels too right.
It
feels
does.
Like, yeah.
It does. Like, honestly, it's a little insane. Like, I'm trying to. Jeez, I'm not going to be in town that weekend, so I can't watch it with you. But I'm definitely going to watch it.
It's going to be. I'm stoked because I put on my story, if Byron can't do it, I want Hamlin to win it.
Yeah.
It's weird because like after seeing his reaction, I was like, okay, I'll cheer for you a little bit now because of what he said and the whole meaning behind it. So
yeah,
now that he's won and locked himself in, we have this wild card race at Talladega coming up this weekend, which anybody can win. I think we need to say and state our picks because you gave your pick first, right?
Yeah. So you go ahead. I know who I have.
Okay.
And I want you to go with what you have first, because since I went first last time.
Give me the driver who's been top 5 the last, I don't know how many races there. He hasn't won on this super speedway style yet. He's won on both other ones. You think Willie B came out of the oven cooking at Vegas? You know he's going to be hot at Talladega. Dude's been consistent at Talladega the last, I don't know how many races. And he's won at super speedways. He can be up there. I think he could do it. Give me Willie B. Give me William Byron.
I'm going to show you something real quick, John. So this is our Instagram page right here. This is what our bio says. Covering NASCAR, IndyCar, and Formula One. Actually, hold on. Did you take this off? Hold on.
I did not take it off. Does it not say unbiased anymore?
It doesn't. It just says unfiltered.
We never said unbiased.
Okay. You know what? I want someone, we'll get Jesse or Lindsay to do this, to go back in our episodes, and I want to know how many times this year John has picked Willie B to win.
I mean, can we blame him? He has the best score on NASCAR 25.
He really does. He really does.
That's a glaze. That's a glaze like crazy.
Which I do want to get to NASCAR 25 a little bit right after I give my pick. My pick is someone else who had a bad weekend this past weekend.
I know exactly who you're going to say.
Someone who has proven they know how to race super speedways. Former champion, and I think he's going to get the streak. I think he's going to keep the streak alive he's going to try and keep the streak alive for Roger Penske. Give me number 12.
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney. Give me
Solid
Blaney.
Pick.
I think he has the know-how to do it. I think it will be exciting for him. Real quick, before we sign off, a massive event has happened within the NASCAR community this week. We had an official release for the first time in 6, 7, 8 years, maybe. We have a NASCAR video game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a NASCAR video game. John has got it. John has played it. I have seen clips on TikTok. I was actually going to go buy the game today, but it doesn't release on PC until November 11th.
Well, we can't play it either because it's not cross.
I know, but I'll do like career mode. Career mode looks fun. But
it is. I haven't tried it yet, but it does look really fun though.
Tell us about NASCAR 25.
It's a great game. It's a great base. A lot of stuff to build on. They're very attentive. They care about the community because they are the community. I think this game's only going to get better. Online is a shit show. I will say that.
Don't make it though.
But go to any lobby anywhere on any racing game. Besides, I mean, again, it's a game, right? It's not iRacing. A lot of people are like, oh wow, they can't hold a line. And I'm joking over here like, you expect people on controllers to be able to hold a line like people on iRacing? A little bit of a mismatch of expectations. Great solid base. You can edit the setups. There have been some console issues, but again, I think it's a game worth getting. I think the career mode, I'm not going to dive into it just yet. I want to do a whole series on it, but the career mode is, I think, one of the best that we've seen. Super immersive, and that's what I feel like the game is. You feel like you were going in for a race weekend. I highly recommend it. And this is not a sponsored ad, or I'm not getting paid to say this. This is, I mean, it is solid. Now, don't expect iRacing because it's not. Expect some things that you may see in a normal arcade style game. It's solid though. I'm a big fan. I know you said you thought it looked kiddie, and I
said that in a good way though.
Interesting. So it is to a point, but it's not like, I think kiddie of like iRacing Arcade that actually just launched, but it's a solid base. If you are in the car, racing in-car cam, it looks like you're on iRacing. 100%.
Oh, okay, nice.
You can't tell. You cannot tell the difference. The physics are different, but you can't tell graphically. Xbox S or Series S has been awful, but PS5, great work. So
that is interesting. Yeah, I really want to play. I've seen a bunch of gameplay videos of it. I really only have one complaint. I haven't even played the game, and I already have a complaint. I watched a video that showed every paint scheme of every driver in the game.
Oh, yeah.
And do you know where I'm going with this?
No alcoholic sponsors?
No, I could care less about that. So I support the people who support me. That being said, I'm going to swap hats real quick. Our driver does not have a photo in the game, and it's the wrong manufacturer.
Really?
There is no photo of Clay Greenfield in NASCAR 25, and it is a Toyota Tundra.
No way.
Not a Chevy Silverado.
Low key, like, reach out to them. They may change it. No, like, dead serious. They might. Send him a photo. I'm dead serious.
I see Clay. I might see Clay this weekend. So in Topeka.
Seriously, tell them iRacing may go in there and be like, "Oh my gosh, we didn't know this. Thank you." I'm telling you. Tweet them. Hell, do it from the flag to flag. I don't care. Like,
I think it would be interesting. But
do it
anyway. Take this off. Get right for this weekend, Saturday.
Go Bulls.
In Tuscaloosa. What time, John?
7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Boom. Big game.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps it up. I don't think anything else we got to cover. So if you've watched this far, thank you for tuning in. 55 minutes in. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Flag to Flag Podcast everywhere. You can find us. Just search that up, or on Instagram at Flag to Flag _podcast. Chad, we've reached the checkered flag. I have a Lando Norris diecast I'm going to hold up right here because I use this as a microphone. Plus, it is UT Orange. Well, it's really just papaya.
Second. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but I want to make sure. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but all right, I'm going to stop it before we get copyright striked.
Yeah, we're already. I may have to edit that out. We may not see this. So either way,
yeah. Thank you all very much for watching.
And GBO, go Vols.